Number one, the order and design of the cosmos points to an intelligent mind. You do not get matter and energy from nothing. If I said that a rock just appeared in this room from nowhere, would anybody believe me? But imagine if the entire universe just poofed into existence from nothing with no God. That is magic. If you're an atheist, you're believing in mysticism and magic. You cannot get something from nothing. And order and design means that there is a designer.
Okay, so for Matt's point one, we seem to have a lot of points made. And I'm just going to say, let's accept it for now, just for the first bit. He says, the order and design requires intelligence, therefore an intelligent designer, essentially. So, if that's the case, why isn't he believing in simulation theory? That requires an intelligent designer, and seems a hell of a lot more logical than, a being with no spatial dimensions, has no temporal dimensions, spoke the universe into existence, and then it poofed there. That's mysticism, isn't it, Matt? Like you say. It's magic. Now, if I was to accept Matt's straw man of an atheist here, where, the universe poofed into existence and I must believe in that and I believe it's magic, then we've got supernatural being of no spatial dimensions and no time is, magic entity number one. And then we've got spoke the universe into existence, which would be like an incantation. That's magic part number two, spells. And then those two things are what Matt believes in, two magic elements. And then we've got the third magical element of poofed universe into existence. Now, if I believed that, then I would believe in one magical element, but Matt believes in three. Is it because I don't believe in enough magic that you don't like atheists? I do hope we get some better proofs of God in this video. I mean, in the last video, Matt tried to convert me into theism, into his Christianity, but it didn't have any proof in it, or evidence, or any arguments at all. It was just, he didn't like atheists, and he didn't understand cosmology, amongst other things. So he pointed out that matter and energy comes from nothing in the atheist viewpoint, but again, he's just attacking the atheist argument. It still doesn't mean his one's true. And in the previous video, I explained that nothingness might be an impossible concept, because if you have nothing, then there's still something there. We have, space-time, we've got gravity. In my hand right now, we've got a sense of gravity, gravitational waves. Light is coming in from over there. It's pretty difficult to have nothing at all. And even if we tried to create the best vacuum ever and suck everything out of this little tiny cube, there's still stuff there. There's virtual particles that pop in and out of existence, and as a potential cause for the Big Bang, we've got quantum fluctuations, but we don't know that's true. But we are okay with saying that we don't know until we know. And I think that's one of the biggest differences. I don't claim to have the answer here for that part. Now, for the rock part. If a rock appeared on a table, and you say, where did it come from? And I said, nowhere. And everyone would disbelieve me, quite rightly so, because we don't experience that on a regular basis, do we? We don't just suddenly see rocks appearing on tables for no reason, just in front of us. But, rocks come from places. Maybe through a window you hear a smash, and then it appears on the table in front of you. But obviously without that smash, and a rock appears on the table, and I said it was a wizard, you wouldn't believe me either. And also, if we go into further ones of these arguments, I would not just be claiming that it's a wizard, I'd be going outside seeing, 2,000 people dressed as wizards and going it was that one. Notice how there's way more assumptions made in Matt's arguments.